It's time for an inside look at the most powerful motorsport on the planet. WFO Radio, NHRA Nitro.
The Daytona 500 is this weekend, the Great American Race out there in Daytona, Florida, and we have got Joey Logano from Penske Racing going to be on the show just seconds from now. Joey going to come on, talk a little bit about that incident with Kyle Busch in the Busch Clash. Going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff as we get to speak with Joey Logano. Also getting ready for the Dixie Vodka 400. Really just a couple of races in to the 2020 campaign at Homestead Miami Speedway. Hopefully everybody going to come down. It's still cold everywhere in March. Come on down to sunny South Florida and hang out at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Joey Logano going to be on the show. Hey, I do want to mention our great sponsors, talking about samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Start your career right there. Blockhead CNC programs, motorsport EFI tuning. They do it all. Start your education at full speed. That's samtech.edu. Also, Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology from stock eliminator to Formula One. They fit the rings, so important to making power, whether boosted, Pro Mod cars, or your car. TotalSeal.com. Rodax, coffeeandgrills.com. Marvin Rodak, hot sauces, spice rubs, gourmet coffee, the best you've ever had in your life. Go to rodaxcoffeeandgrills.com. Check out what Marvin's got going on. Hot sauces and spice rubs. And if you're down in Fort Worth, Texas, that's where you should be getting your grill from. He's got amazing, full ceramic grills and really good stuff. Check him out. rodaxcoffeeandgrills.com. MagicDryUS.com, the official organic absorbent of the NHRA. It's better, it's lighter, it travels easier. And oh, by the way, they support drag racing. It's made out of coconut, which is all natural. Get on it, magicdryus.com. And finally, Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, the Dragster Adventure, great program, travels the country and gives regular folks just like you the opportunity to accelerate 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, 130 miles per hour in the quarter mile, driving a dragster, which feels totally different than driving a regular car with the engine up front. The Dragster Adventure, great stuff. Courses start at $399, and you show up with nothing, literally, just yourself and your clothes. They supply everything, including the good time. It's an experience that will last a lifetime, and it makes a great gift as well. Plus, perfect for the corporate teams out there. You want to get everybody on the same page? Forget paintball, man. Go to Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School. Simple as that. Thanks to the sponsors, plus Drag Racing Edge Magazine, EV3 Drag Racing, and get yourself a WFO Radio t-shirt at nitrofishracing.com. We got all kinds of stuff because we have great guests on this podcast, like this one. Joining us now, he is a Cup Series champion. He's trying to fight his way back to the top this year. Mr. Joey Logano drives for Roger Penske. Joey, are you excited for the start of the season?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm excited about what's coming our way here. So down here in Daytona, I love it. So ready to get going.
Yes, exactly. Well, you guys got started at the Busch Clash a week ago. Kind of an interesting situation to start off with some competitive racing, but then an on-track incident that's got everybody fired up already, coming in hot for the first laps of the season.
There was plenty of on-track incidents in that clash, man. Oh man, we tore up a lot of stuff. So, it's part of it with the clashes. A lot of times you got, some cars that are on edge. A lot of drivers have been cooped up for too long and ready to get out, and you got a race that has nothing but money, no points. So everyone goes for it, and makes it a pretty entertaining race, and sometimes a little bit chaotic as well. So I think that's what we got.
You and Kyle battling for the same real estate. Hey, it is what it is. That's the exciting kind of racing that we are looking forward to. I know you got the duels coming up this week. You're going to have a fast hot rod. Talk a little bit about the kind of racing that's happening out there, because we're still at the front edge of the learning curve with this new package on the plate tracks, right? We got rid of the plates for the first time last year, so here we are again. How is it different? How is it the same? How do they drive differently compared to the way they used to?
Well, it's not just the plates that are changed, right? It's a big spoiler on the cars, and what's happening is that spoiler is punching a huge hole in the air, which makes the draft, really big. You're able to catch the car in front of you at a quicker rate. So that's a big deal, and it's changed the way the draft works quite a bit. On the other end of that, because there's so much downforce because of these big spoilers, the teams have taken a lot of mechanical grip out of the car by running very stiff springs, making the cars very rigid, trying to get the car's pitch and angles of the car to create the least amount of drag possible. So when you get in dirty air behind another car, the cars don't have much grip anymore. So now you have cars that are out of control and cars with big runs that you're able to get to bumpers of others, and you have contact with cars that don't handle well. And we get a lot of crashes because of that. So just kind of the nature of the beast. We're all figuring it out still. But it's definitely changed the draft quite a bit out there.
So you've had a really good run at Daytona. You won in 2015. You've got 3 top 5s, 4 consecutive top 4 top 4 finishes. So you have a nose for being in the right position at the end of the race. Why is that? Like, what is it about this style racing that you've been able to navigate the first, 490 miles in a way that enables you to be in position to challenge for the victory and get a top 5?
Oh, it's hard to say. I feel like, stats are good. I feel like half the time I get caught up in a wreck here at a super speedway, and it is like that for everybody because it's going to happen eventually. I've always been the guy that just goes out there and races. There's been some that lay out in the back and hang around, and then they get caught up in a crash. But I think if you can be towards the front, there's less cars in front of you that can crash. So you try to stay up there. That being said, hey, we got caught up in a crash this weekend when the 11 blew a left rear tire out as the leader. Yeah, well, shoot, what do you do at that point when the leader has a problem, right? So it's just those things happen, but you control what you can control, which is if you can try to get yourself to the front, most of the time your chances are you're going to be in better shape at the end of the race. So that's been at least my strategy. It doesn't work all the time, but it's either checkers or wreckers, it seems like. So I'm good with taking that risk.
I love the fact that you're willing to take a risk, and I really enjoy the fact that, you've kind of got on the wrong side of some fans over the past couple of years here and there, but only being true to your emotions at the time, which isn't that what everybody wants to see, people be real in the moment?
Of course, and unfortunately, this is our society, that haters are much louder than people that love you or agree with things in life, and that's not just in our sport. That's just in our society these days. Is that people complain a lot more than and people will listen to people complain more than someone that's actually on someone's side or really enjoys something. So unfortunately, we all like to complain too much.
Yeah.
So, or look at the things that are negative in life too much.
I don't want to complain about the fact that Homestead Miami Speedway is now in March as opposed to the season finale. Don't get me wrong, being from South Florida, we loved having you guys all come down there, but this is going to be a little different, and I'm going to take it in stride and see how it all works out. What are your thoughts about that? We as Miami people love the fact Daytona's 3 hours up the road. We can drive up there, and many of us are going to do that. But at very least, you guys won't be all exhausted when you come to South Florida at the end of the year, and it'll be kind of a different vibe. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, but definitely a different vibe. I agree. We're all used to racing in Miami. That's the last race of the year. You get down there and it had that feel of the final race and what was on the line, and we got used to that. But I think on the other hand, as a sport, it's healthy to move this final race around. I would be a big advocate of moving the final race every year and switching it up all the time. But the facts are that Miami's a great racetrack. So whether we're racing there as the final race of the year or their first race of the year, that racetrack just puts on good racing in every type of car, whether it's a Cup car, or Xfinity car, or a truck. It seems like it just puts on great racing. So I get excited anytime we say Miami. I kind of wish we raced there twice because it is a great racetrack, but it'll be a different feel for sure, but I think it's going to be good.
We're excited for you guys to be down here really in just a couple of weeks at Homestead Miami. Hey, one final question before we let you go. Roger Penske, the captain, a guy that I know you admire. Everybody that works for him admires. He buys IndyCar, buys the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Of course, you drive for him on the NASCAR side, but what has that been like to just see him realize what had to have been a life goal for him and kind of be up close and personal and maybe try to work yourself into something over there?
Yeah, it's been amazing working with Roger and seeing what he's able to do. He's one of those people, you know the term, surround yourself with people better than you.
Sure, of course.
That's definitely what Roger is, and I've been fortunate enough to surround myself with him, and he's been so successful. He's the type of person, if you're around him, you're going to win. You're just going to win eventually, no matter what you're doing. He's a winner. He's put together a great race team. Great, obviously, businesses around the world, and it's been really fun to learn from him and just try to take it all in. And the type of person you really want to not let him down, because
Sure.
He's not used to losing. So you better go and perform, because it's definitely a performance-based industry. He's a performance-based guy, so you better do your job.
Joey, good luck in the Daytona 500. Thank you very much for making time for WFO Radio podcast. We can't wait to see you down in Miami at the Dixie Vodka 400. Have a great race. Stay safe, most importantly, and good luck this season.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks, Joey. Joey Logano with us here on WFO Radio podcast. Really appreciate Joe. He's my nephew's favorite driver. And I'm not going to bring that up. Like, hey, Joe, you're my nephew's favorite driver. But he did. He did a nice video message for him one time, and he autographed him, just like Ricky Bobby, right on his forehead after he won the championship. That was pretty cool. And, Joey, he's a grown man now. We started off with him as like a kid, sliced bread, like 17 years old, and been coming on the show for a long time. Thanks to Joe. Good luck in the Great American Race. I'm excited. That's what I'm doing with my Sunday. I'm sitting around and just vegetating in front. I'm going to set my fantasy team. Hopefully you have joined the Fantasy League, and you can go to the Ignition Show and get all the passwords and usernames. It's real easy. It's free. Get your name on the trophy, but also going to enjoy the season here, the dual races. They're no longer Gatorade. I don't even know what they are right now. The dual races to get qualified, but really, it's all about the Daytona 500, Daytona this weekend, and then NHRA is back in action at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park, Arizona Nationals. Down there in Arizona, I will be there. Hopefully you'll come out to that race as well. For those of you looking for a little more fun and entertainment wherever you are, a lot of people told me out in Pomona, they're like, Joe, we drive 4 hours a night. So we need a lot of WFO if we're going to get through. And I agree. So the Ignition Show is in there. Me and Giovanni, like a little jib-jab back and forth. He gets mad. I call him obese. Come on. It's no big deal. It's love, right? Get in there. Check out the show, Ignition. We got a full archive, fully loaded, all kinds of great stuff already in there, and more great stuff coming. We're going to try to check in with Fast Jack Beckman next week. Jack is under the weather. We did speak with Doug Coletta. We did speak with Jeg Coughlin. We did speak with Alan Reinhart. That's all in the archive. Hit it up. All right, everybody. Enjoy the race. WFO.
This is WFO Radio.
I love WFO Radio. Oh, yeah.
The views and opinions of the hosts, guests, or callers do not necessarily reflect that of the station ownership, advertisers, or agencies.
Attention adrenaline junkies, Frank Hawley's Dragster Adventure is calling you. Rides available for the 2020 season. Go to frankhawley.com. They're coming to a track near you. It makes a great gift, and you know the holidays are coming, whether it be licensing for super comp, super gas, all the way up to top alcohol, they can do it. But if you're a drag racing fan and you've always imagined what it might be like to drive a dragster, to accelerate 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and run 10s in the quarter mile, give them a call. 866-480-7223, frankhawley.com, the Dragster Adventure, and tell them you heard it on WFO. Hey, engine builders, Total Seal piston rings are the leader in ring seal technology, and they go out of their way to help their customers and will make custom sets for any specific piston you might have. Customer service, top notch. Made in America? Absolutely. They're located in Phoenix, Arizona, and they've got everything it takes to develop the world's best piston rings. Give them a call at 800-874-2753 or go to TotalSeal.com.
Start your education at full speed with the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Accelerate your career as a high-performance engine builder with classroom instruction and practical hands-on experience in the lab, on the dyno, and at the track. In addition to the blockhead and CNC programs, SAM now offers motorsport, EFI tuning, and an Associates of Applied Science degree. And SAM is a military-friendly school, approved to train veterans and other eligible persons under the GI Bill. Start your education at full speed. Go to samtech.edu today.
We're talking gourmet coffee. We're talking hot sauces. We're talking spice rubs. We're talking everything good at RodakCoffeeandGrills.com. Marvin Rodak, been doing it since the 70s. Figured out that life is better with great coffee. And oh, he's so right. 817-924-6821. Call Marvin. He'll roast up some coffee fresh for you. Throw in some hot sauce, some spice rub, and you will be loving it. Hit him up, RodakCoffeeandGrills.com. You're working in the shop, you've got spills, you've spilled oil, it's everywhere. What are you going to do? I know what you're going to do, but that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to go to magicdryus.com and order the official organic absorbent of the National Hot Rod Association, Magic Dry. It's lighter, it absorbs more, it's better for the environment. It's made out of coconut. It's made in America. magicdryus.com. They've got spill kits that include everything you need for a regular, normal household spill, all the way up to a large industrial spill. We always say, if you've got a cat, get Cat Spot. If you've got a shop, if you've got a factory, if you've got a spill, call Magic Dry. That's magicdryus.com.
Subscribe to WFO Radio on iTunes. Never miss a show. And don't forget to write a review. WFO.
This is WFO Radio.